The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Brent in California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yes, I am. How about you?
Good, man.
I really appreciate everything you guys do. Everybody on your program, I've been listening to you guys for a little over a year, and I picked you up on the radio initially and listening on my iPhone right now. Everybody on your program, Larry and Steve and, Basil, everybody's solid. So I really appreciate what you guys do.
Oh, man, I really appreciate the feedback, Brent. We like you growling and prowling out here with us. Totally.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Always do your best, but don't overdo it. When you overdo, you deplete your body and you go against yourself, and it will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 54, NASDAQ off 22, S&P's off 7.5, gold contract down $9.30, trading at $1,333 an ounce. Silver off 20 cents at $22.58 an ounce. Platinum down $14 at $1,435 an ounce. Copper, ooh, look at that baby, down 7 cents. That's a big number. Trading out at $3.26 a pound. Light sweet crude off $1.37 at $96.93 a barrel. Bonds, 10 years up 2 ticks at 127.18. 30 years up 10 ticks at 135.10. King dollar up 45 ticks, and she's got to get back inside that higher trading range to get that king crown on. We're at 79.33. The euro down 4 at 137, and the yen up down 77, trading out at 97.37. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Man, this is a classic. So, what we have is this. You get down to a price point today of 1740, rejects lower price, has... volume's not bad. 700 million. What's that saying, folks? Okay, it's saying, number one, we're going to go hit this 1759 again. More than likely, the price projection out here, the daily price projection is 1776. The monthly going all the way back to the 2008 lows is 1778. Now, check this out. I got to do this up right now because I got to do something first. No, okay. Well, let me do the market first. Then we'll go back. No, since we're doing the S&Ps, I want to go look at this. So last night, what I had realized, we'll bring this back 20 years. 1652. Okay. 1994, 2000, 1998. There it is there. Okay, so check this out, folks. This is pretty wild, actually. What had happened here is this, is that I was thinking last night about the A to B equals C to D structure. In the context that it's finishing up, the NASDAQ had already finished up that structure. And then I realized this is, you know what, I remember doing this A to B equals C to D before in the Art of Time in the Trade charts. And sure enough, bottom line, if you actually go on YouTube, what had happened is that I had done a to B equals C to D coming into the highs of 2007, because that's exactly what the S&P had done then too. And in that correlation, watch this. I'll bring up the SPY, because in this is pretty neat, folks. But when this correlation, I want to show you something here. So the correlation, the one that I did in 2007 was we were at those highs out there, and the same phenomenon actually took place. That the S&P did an A to B equals C to D. Now, it extended itself, but it only extended itself about 30 points. And then, of course, we know what happened. And what I was looking for at that point is that I was looking for, there was a high volume low at October of 05. That's what that was. That would have been around 1,150 S&P when the S&P was at the 1475, I think is when I did this. And the first high up there ended up being 1560. Bottom line is that, yeah, we came down to that and blew that away. The context here, though, is really crucial for you to understand. And this is why. So when we bring this closer, and it's still out on YouTube, so if you want to go check it out, just check it out. YouTube video, just pull up Tom O'Brien on YouTube or something, and you'll see the video there, because I watched it last night. Okay, so check out where we are right now. A to B equals C to D, right? And what's sticking out here this time is pretty violent. You know, well, it's not that bad, I guess. Yeah, it is. You know, because we're it's 1,100. That's what's sticking out like a sore thumb right now. And the real question is going to be, do you go to from 1745 to 1,100? Well, I'm going to do more work on it, but the bottom line is that when you check it out, you're going to crack up. You know, time goes fast, folks. But when an A to B equals C to D finishes, let me tell you something. If you have the out of time in the trade, you know that the bottom line is that when ABCs finish, you know, they do something other than that. When you have a high volume spikes below that, that's where they like to go. And one of the Tigresses in the den, yeah, we're still heading to 1776. Yeah, 1776 to 1778. This wants to do it. Dow Industrials today. So we'll go back to the market. Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow? She pulled back. She's down 54. She's rejecting lower price. Dow Industrials want to get up into that high, the 15,709. You got to remember, what we're going to be doing next week, we're going to be coming into the end of the month. We're going to come into window aggression, all of the above. Now, the NASDAQ Composite, which has been the big dog out here, no doubt, this formation is screaming that it wants to pull back. What you have here, this is one of the hottest formations in council charting or candlestick charting that you can actually get. And what it is, folks, it's called the Tri-Star Doji. And what that is that you have 3 different trading days that have lined up dojis, with the top one being the top hand in the whole bit. Now, even in that context, I do expect that, you know, well, first off, the NASDAQ doesn't have to get higher, even with the S&P getting higher in the Dow, because the NASDAQ has already done A to B equals C to D. 39.21 is the number. You know, yesterday we had got to a price point of 39.47. We closed out at 39.29. Today it comes down a little. If I go over, that's the composite. If we go over to the Qs for a second, we look at the 3 Qs. I do expect the NASDAQ's going to at least test that and probably push it up higher. Why? Well, the 3 Qs did the same thing, but what you have is this. We have a good spike yesterday, meaning up to the 82.90. The volume's pretty good, 43 million. You back down today with 36. That was backing down into 39. So when I look at that, it says, okay, guess what? That wants to basically get up there one more time, see if it can get above that area. And I do expect it's going to basically spike it. But that A to B equals C to D, let me tell you something. It is a huge heads up. Gold contract. Let's go over to the gold. We take a look at gold. So, would you have a gold out here? Sideways move today. Sweet move, by the way. We are at 133.33. Volume today, wicked light. It's a beautiful thing. 92,000 contracts. We go up yesterday with 160,000 contracts. That 92 is coming back into 216,000 contracts. This thing does not want to break down. Gold wants to run up to the price point here of the 1434, and I expect we're going to be able to see that 1490 level. That's where we're going. We take a look at the bond market. First, we take a look at the 10-year, TYZ3. What we have with the 10-year, excuse me, folks, we're at 127.19. The ABC structure on the way up is 130. Should be building some cars, getting up to that level. We take a look at the USZ. We take a look at the 30-year bond. 30-year bond right now is at the 135.10. You did 271,000 contracts. That is going to have to basically build some cars also. We get over the B point yesterday, had the volume on the move. We're at 135. That little baby wants to run to 140. King Dollar. So let's take a look at King Dollar for a second. King Dollar, what King Dollar had done yesterday, folks, is that she broke down the XZ3. So she gets under the lows. Volume was 20,000 contracts. Now, what we did here today, King Dollar very well could save herself, but she needs to battle up big time. Because what she did today, she got under the low of yesterday, but with only 13,000 contracts, and then closed above the low. So the benchmark on the King Dollar is 79.72, and right now it's 79.35. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We had the Dow finish down 54, NASDAQ off 22, S&P's off 7.5. We're going to be right back.